says it reconnected. I don't know if it did or not, but let's see. Did it reconnect? Well, there's a delay, babe, by quite a bit. Far away from here. Let's see what it did. It says I'm reconnected and streaming. Yeah, I'm back live. It should be. It started a new video. Even though it automatically reconnected, it started a new video? That sucks. It disconnected, but it does auto reconnect or whatever, and it auto reconnected right back. But I guess it started a new video. I don't know if it did on Facebook or not. Let me check. It does 10 attempts to auto reconnect. It reconnected on the second one, and it said reconnection successful. But I guess it started a brand new video. No, it didn't. It didn't start a new one on. It doesn't look like it started a new one on. 10 attempts to auto reconnect. It's the same one on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook. No, I guess you already know that, huh? On. Here we go. Back after it. Sorry about that. It's reconnecting.
Thankfully, I'm blessed to have an infrastructure background. I'm blessed to have had my own oil and gas.
Yeah, when the connection fails, it goes into like a loop over and over again.
I know about mineral rights, surface rights, water rights, land rights, grazing rights. I've overseen leasing of over 300,000 acres across the state of Texas. And when we're on the border, we know that whenever a pipeline company wants to put a new pipeline across the land that we are responsible for, and they go to pay us a royalty for it, one of the things that I told the new chief of the Border Patrol today is I said, look, I'm committed to securing the border.
He's talking about carbon credits.
As friendly with
Out of all the issues they have going on, Doug says we're being invaded. The border is slapped wide open. He's talking about carbon credits and Israel.
Possible. I did not know that.
The new internet's online now. I didn't think about that.
They were giving their presentation that the U.S. Border Patrol was going to list out the agency.
Yeah, JX doesn't comment until the stream literally goes down.
The agency they did not list.
What a pussy.
The General Land Office. That broke my heart. That's not a Republican or Democrat issue. We have people here on the border that have people going through their yards at all hours of the night. Last night, we were out on the border with some friends at the Rio Grande, and while we were there, we could hear people clapping through the water because it was a shallow area, and this group of individuals.
Mike is not well. Mike needs to stop relying on the patches. Mike needs to do something else.
To help identify them, to help get them connected.
Like see a medical professional.
Condition they were in. Were they coming in illegally? Absolutely. But God knows what condition they were in. So we needed to find it, process it. And
how you been doing, Rolo? Good to see you, buddy.
We could hear them in the cattails. Y'all go watch the live
Look
video.
at him. He's out, dude. It's midday at work. It's just after lunch at work. He's out cold.
On YouTube that we have, and you can see where we were talking about.
What? Who? What? Anybody looking?
Building a wall.
Who's in charge here?
Securing our border.
Let me see your manager.
One way to do that. I have an infrastructure background. One of the questions that I was able to ask the new chief of the Border Patrol was, from an infrastructure aspect, what are the other things, the ideas that he has?
Don't prop yourself up on your hand. That's going to make it worse.
In making the border secure. Because he talked specifically about, as y'all were there that heard, he talked specifically about infrastructure.
He waited for that person. He looked at that person. They woke him up. He looked at him to make sure they knew he was awake. He looks back at his phone. You can watch his eyes roll to the right as he watches them go past him, and then he falls back asleep. Watch this. He makes sure he's clear. I guess he forgot he was streaming. Man down.
He talked specifically about, as y'all were there that heard, he talked specifically about infrastructure and that he supported infrastructure. I did tell him that I was disappointed that Vice President Harris chose not to be here in Del Rio with the newly elected chief of the Border Patrol.
Stand up, dude.
Hotspot. I mean, maybe she thought that El Paso meant, to pass.
That's right. Stand up.
But regardless, she was not here.
Dude, when you're in boot camp, I know this is off topic. Thank you for joining the cult. I appreciate the sub. When you're in boot camp, you get so fucking tired that like okay, when I'm on the show, I'm not gonna lie, I've been tired, fucking nodded out and shit. You guys have seen it. Because my sleep schedule is always shit. But when you're in boot camp, you are so tired. You can go from wide the fuck awake to just out cold and have no idea you were even tired. Like they'll go from like keeping you awake and taking you on runs and marches straight to like a classroom, and they're just waiting for people to fall asleep so they can fuck with you. And you'll go from wide awake, like no inclination that you're even fixing a doze, and you're just down, gone.
It was her loss, and honestly, it allowed Chief Ortiz to really say some things.
I dozed off in formation. Yeah, people fall asleep standing. People fall asleep. I was so tired one time. Listen to this shit. I was in the first set of racks that was like by our laundry room. We had like a wash machine and dryer right there. I was right there in the first set of racks coming in the door. It was room 1. We actually had rooms instead of bays, and there was eight bunks in a room, and I was in the first room. One day I was so tired that I woke up and I had been drinking water like crazy because we had done some road marches and some troop runs and shit. And I was so tired, I got out of bed, walked out the room, took a right instead of a left. 2 doors down to the left was the bathroom. Didn't go that way. I went right and then hung a right in the hallway, like away from the day room, going towards the main doors. Went in the laundry room and pissed in the sink. And then ran water instead of flushing, and then went back and got into bed and forgot every bit of it. Had no idea it happened. No idea. Someone told me the next day.
Was certainly handling his heart. But let me tell you, from the General Land Office, we have over 600,000 acres of land that are under the purview of the General Land Office.
Burn you and wake you up? Yeah, I've done that before too.
Those surface acres are owned by the GLO, and they're along the Rio Grande Valley. Okay? And
I've only ever been so tired one time that I was standing and fell asleep, and I did collapse. I hit the ground. I didn't even catch myself. I was fucking tired as shit.
You couldn't build a wall because it's as.
But I didn't have X39 patches. I don't know what's bothering this guy. Come on now.
Chief Ortiz. Some of those places they're very high.
All right, that's enough on carbon credits. Let's watch. They actually updated this. They got a thumbnail, Texas border with bona fide, breaking news, USA, frogs, microphones, all kinds of shit. Let's see it.
I was going to sleep earlier. You were, wasn't it?
Oh no! How did that start again? I'm sorry.
I was going to sleep earlier. You were, wasn't it?
Somebody said I was going to sleep earlier. You were. Was I?
I was going to sleep earlier. You were, wasn't it?
They never know when the live stream starts, dude. They have no clue when it starts. They're just always talking. Probably the tiredest I've ever been for a prolonged time. It really freaks me out. I don't know if it like combines with like my PTSD. I'm sure it does, but like when I'm really tired and my sleep's been fucked up and I haven't slept for like 3 or 4 days, I start seeing the shadows like out of the corner. I guess it's like the shadow men that meth heads see. but like the shadows out of the corner of like rooms, I feel like I can see them getting closer to me. Now it's probably me closing my eyes slowly, but I feel like the shadows are, and I'll snap around and shit. That's when I know I got to do something. I got to eat a handful of Ambien or something. Like I can't stay up and worry about if the door's locked for the next 72 hours anymore. I was going to skip ahead, but I think you guys need to see this right here.
We all hope to age gracefully so we can enjoy our later years full of energy, vitality,
Tony, you're probably the grandpa in chat. Make sure you watch this.
and good health. But so often, with age, our bodies start to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy, skin, healing and recovery time, sleep, it all just seems to go downhill. Unless you're using LifeWave. Since 2004, LifeWave has been delivering its amazing life-enhancing technology to people across the world, always helping the body do what it was designed to do, only better. And as it turns out, the best was yet to come. David Schmidt, our founder, creative force, and world-class inventor behind LifeWave technology, has recently achieved something in the field of regenerative science with a single LifeWave patch that researchers worldwide, spending years and billions of dollars, could not. Introducing LifeWave X39.
X39, stem cells, baby.
To activate stem cells.
2 full fetuses in each patch.
A true
Fetuses,
breakthrough in regenerative
fetuses,
that helps restore our
a
bodies
gaggle of fetus.
full state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to
What you want to do is, I know it says to apply the patches to your skin. What you want to do is slit the top of it, remove the stem cell gel, consume it, and you will inherit the power of 2 babies. So you'll be like the power of 1 man or 1 woman plus 2 babies, 2 baby strengths. That's quite the improvement. Honestly, I think the Olympics are thinking about banning X39. Doping allegations. Some people have shown up and tested positive for 30 to 40 babies plus the strength of a grown man. It's wild.
elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs,
Why does it show blood platelets?
tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just
I heard that, mullet. Transgestured. They can cause that. Transgesturing.
instead of old
I'll tell you one thing. I'll be damned if I'm going to become this guy, because I don't know where his giblets went, but they ain't there. I don't want this puffy mound instead of a penis. I don't even know what I would do with that. How do I use a urinal now? I'm married, so I never get laid. That's not a problem. But what do I do when I have to piss? With a mound.
day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells.
Those don't look younger or healthier. They look infected.
Amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all LifeWave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective. Look what people are saying about LifeWave.
I just feel better. That was Mike. See, these 3 dots mean that he was asleep, and somebody said, "Hey, Mike." He's like, "I just feel better." That was Mike's quote.
X39.
Sleep is so much deeper. Also Mike's quote.
Backed by clinical studies.
Performance more intense. That was definitely Doug. He's like, and it'll teach you to perform more intense when you say better words. It'll tell you topics and how to live stream.
Multiple patents and 20 years of development. Any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so
Promote staff.
influence influence everything about your body. How you
Hold
look,
on. What was that one? My legs healed. My leg wound healed amazingly fast. My husband says I look a lot younger.
but X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body. How you look, feel, perform, and heal.
That was Corona.
It's time you experience the power of X39. Live long, live well, live younger. Experience
Live long, live well, live younger. Isn't that what they say in Star Trek when they meet each other?
the power of LifeWave.
When they meet new people? Or say goodbye or something? Is Clay Clark semen? That makes sense. To be honest. Whoa, what is this? We've never seen this before. The statements on LifeWave products, websites, or associated materials have not been evaluated by any regulatory authority and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. The content provided by LifeWave is presented in summary form in a general nature and is provided for informational purposes only. Do not disregard any medical advice you have received or delay any in seeking it because of something you have read on our websites or associated material. They're afraid that they're afraid that Mike's going to die, and they're going to have a lawsuit on it because we all saw the patches kill him. We all saw the patches kill him. There's no getting out of this. I think that they would go down big time quickly. Does there even need to be a trial? Public lynching. All LifeWave CEOs. Please consult in a video game. Please consult your own physician or appropriate healthcare provider about the applicability of any opinions or recommendations with respect to your own symptoms or medical conditions, as these diseases commonly present with variable signs and symptoms. Always consult with your physician or other qualified healthcare provider before embarking on a new treatment, diet, or fitness program. We assume no liability or responsibility for damages or injury to the persons or property arising from any use of any of our products, including Mike at work. Information, ideas, or instruction contained in these materials provided to you. LifeWave reserves the right to change or discontinue at any time any aspect or feature containing our information. I think they're feeling the pressure. They finally put in the disclaimer. They haven't had this before. This contains an ad. What do you want to bet? This video contains an ad. To donate to the ranchers, go here.
Here we go. We're back. Hey, we're going to do some quick call outs. I got two people in the green room right now. We're going to start out.
It's $10,000 a month to advertise with these guys.
Real quick, guys, we'll do a couple of call outs. It's not even going to last 5 minutes tonight. So, where are you guys calling in from? You're live with Mike and Doug. Oklahoma in the house. Ohio in the house.
Does no one else find it funny that they say, where you guys calling in from tonight, and they don't take call-ins?
El Paso, Texas in the house.
Georgia in the house. Where you calling from, guys? Northwest Indiana in the house. Welcome. You're live with Mike and Doug. South Florida in the house. Lick Skillet, Alabama, California, and New Boston.
They said Liberty Water was one of their new sponsors.
What's a border? That's a good question.
Wow. It's not a Taco Bell. Ohio in the house. Portland in the house. Utah in the house.
I'm going to have to get some better sponsors. Meat Hammer Militia bottled water. Meat Hammer Springs. Meat Hammer Springs fresh spring water.
Welcome to the show. You're live with Mike and Doug. Alabama, go, Mike.
Palm Bay, Florida, and Monroe, New York. Yuma, Arizona, and Road Rock, Texas. Welcome. Statesville, North Carolina in the house.
Oregon in the house. West Virginia in the house. Welcome to the show. New Boston, Texas to the house. England in the house. Kentucky in the house. Texas in the house.
Where you guys calling in from tonight?
Wow, Iowa in the house.
Nick Baker from China.
Detroit,
Eddie Jones is at Taco Bell.
Bigfoot, Florida, and Deer Island, Oregon.
Phoenix, Arizona in the house. Oregon in the house. Illinois in the house. South Carolina in the house. Michigan once again. Feeling Froggy from Tennessee. Welcome to the show. You're live with Mike and Doug.
Chesterfield County, Virginia, welcome. Memphis, Tennessee, welcome. Round Rock, Texas, in the house.
Okay,
we're all here. Let's go, she says.
Well, here we go. I'm going to bring
our
first guest in, Bryant. We're going to bring you in first. And Brent, I'll get right to you, sir. Just be patient. He's a new sponsor on our show. We want to bring him in. He's also a Patriot. And I'm going to bring him in right now. Hey, Bryant, welcome to the show. You're live with Mike and Doug. How are you tonight, sir?
Hey, I'm fantastic. How are you? I love all the shout outs. It's great.
Well, we love to let engage with our audience. It's very important to us to do that and keep them involved because we love our Frogonites. And
Absolutely.
so I'm trying to pull up some of your logos here. But could you give us? I know you're a Patriot and you own a Patriot company.
Yes, sir.
Could you tell us more about your background,
Sure.
and how you started this Patriot company? As I get the logos up.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you again, Mike and Doug, for having me. It's an honor to be on the Frog News Network. I love what you guys are doing. You're great Americans, great patriots, and we
Liberty 1776 water.
appreciate you so much.
Here we go.
I appreciate Tim and Brad for
Why would you put the logo halfway over the patch logo? And why is this guy squinting so hard? Is he concentrating on me? Is he trying to make my head explode?
turning me on to you guys. Spent the time out a couple weeks ago with Lynn and Brad and Tim out there at the ranch. It was a great time. I'm a Patriot. My wife and I, we spent 26 years in the military. I retired in 2017. I started out in the infantry and into communications, and then I kind of did what you guys did. I was a journalist for 15 years, so broadcast journalist. I got
Whoa. Journalist?
to tell the soldier story. Went around the world, 37 countries doing that, and retired in Hinesville, Georgia, Liberty County, Georgia. And after the theft of the election, I wanted to do something. I didn't want to just sit around and just, woe is me. I wanted to take some action. And a friend of mine bought the old Coca-Cola plant in Hinesville, Georgia. And I said, wow, Coca-Cola plant. Another buddy of mine said, hey, man, why don't you bottle water? And so I said, yeah, let's bottle water. And we'll use water as a method of sharing the truth of our liberties and our freedoms and the Constitution. And so I created Liberty Water. It's the 1776. It says taste the freedom and Liberty Water. And then on the back, I have a little Patriot soldier, and the Patriot.
He only has one chin.
So you go to the website and you can download the Constitution, the Federalist Papers, Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech because civil rights are under attack. Martin Luther King spent time in Liberty County. Two of the signers of the Declaration of Independence were from Liberty County, Georgia. And so what I wanted to do is just use water as a tool of re-educating America, just sharing them what our freedoms are, tell them the truth about our founding. That we're not a horrible country. We're a great country. We've done more with our power to liberate and free people around the world than any other country. And so we owe it to America. We owe it to our freedom to share the truth. And I'm doing it one bottle of water at a time. And every case that we ship out goes to the Pocket Constitution. So when you get your water, you get a Pocket Constitution. You can read up on the Constitution and you can share it. And we started about 6 or 7 months ago, and we're sending water all over the country. And now I'm tied up with you great folks, and I hope to send more. And so we're excited about it.
So let me make this banner up real quick.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
Oh, you couldn't have been doing that while he was talking? Jesus Christ.
Brian,
Yes, sir.
it's got to be pretty exciting to share the original Constitution.
Yes, it is. Well, it's a pocket form.
Yeah, well, even the pocket form has got to be exciting because,
It is.
I mean, a lot of people didn't even know there was one until, maybe 6 months to a year ago,
That's so true.
So I know it's exciting for me to have a company like yours that's already available at our fingertips to not only get water in us and a way to get water for us, but also to have that pocket version of the Constitution.
So he's not selling the crazy you believe the original Constitution that has an extra amendment in it. He's just sending out the regular Pocket Constitution. They don't make your crazy the original. I think you're all right.
And a reference guide, guys. It's to have that in your pocket, going through the things that we're going through and the trials and tribulations that we're going through. Brian and his company provide an awesome service for us with the water and the Pocket Constitution. I got to tell you, Doug, have you got it on the bottom there where they can get it from?
Yes, I'm getting ready to put a banner up as we speak right now. And just been busy.
Well, it's easy to access this, Mike, but you're right. It's so, I don't know if you watched that video of Pastor Jeff.
I don't know how big they are yet, but it seems like it's going to be hard to horn in on the major drink producers to get your water like carried in like gas stations and stuff. It's got to be more of a novelty thing, or you're a business owner and you want to stock water and you're a Republican or or a strong constitutionalist or someone who really believes in the Constitution to carry this. It's not. I don't think it's going to be an everywhere thing.
He was on the street, preaching right in front of the abortion clinic, and he brought out the Constitution. He was respectful, but he approached the police officers. Well, listen, this is a Constitution. This is our rights. This is our freedom. You can't just tell me that I'm doing something illegal because you want to. I'm not. I'm doing something legal. And so, the Constitution is our standard.
He's still struggling with this banner. He had half of it on one banner, half of it on the other banner. He tried to turn on two banners. That doesn't work.
It's our guide.
You need to go back and take that fucking course again or get a refund, dude.
And then
tell me that thing costs $10,000. My ass.
Ideas in the Constitution. Well, let's look at the Federalist Papers. Let's talk about where they got their reference from. And so there's lots of different resources that people can go on and they can check it out on our website. It's libertywaterusa.com, libertywaterusa.com. You can order water there, or you can research. There's some media links there. It's a little bit about our history, or about
I'm gonna have to start. Selling myself short for out here for sponsorships.
The history of Liberty County, Georgia, and we're just all about sharing the truth. And it can upset people. Now, one of my good friends, Billy, he's with Shark Vending in Orlando, Florida, and hey, Billy, and he is selling out of water as quick as he can put it in the vendings at the airport in Orlando. I mean, we put it in. We have a new sports cap. He puts it in, and they're calling him, "Hey, it's out 3 hours."
Well, I mean, an airport water. To be fair, if you're under anything for $6 a bottle, if you're below that price, of course you're going to sell out.
Hours later, it's going like crazy. And they had some employees at one of these airlines that didn't like it. And he said, "Well, what's wrong?" And he said, "Well, it offends us." And they said, "Well, what offends you?" And he said, "The word liberty." And,
wow.
And 1776, that offends us. So they wanted to take it out. And people got really upset. And he didn't do it. He said, "I ain't doing this. My machine. I'll put what I want in there." Right. And I'm putting Liberty water. And it's going to stay in there. And he stood the ground. And sure enough, they came back. And everybody said, "Yeah, we want your water." And so thank you, Billy, for standing. If you just stand up to the left, okay, they will back down eventually.
They're not that tough at all.
Yeah, eventually we're all going to get it, and I'm sure I'm going to get it. You're getting it, Mike, and you're getting it, Doug. You're getting jabbed every day because you're a freedom patriot. You're out there doing, telling God's truth. And so if we just stand up,
you're freedom patriots. There's some son of a bitch in his basement taking jabs at you every day. Look, I turned in my birth certificate money to start this business right here.
They're going to back down, and so that's what we're doing here at Liberty Water.
Well, I want everybody to know that I think Bonafide told me that you actually supply some water at some of the events that are going on too. Okay. Hey, listen, Frogginites and listeners, this is a patriot company. We need to support companies that, are patriots, not these big box stores, small people like this gentleman right here. Support him. Learn more about your rights as a United States citizen. I mean, in order the water, it's all about learning more about what you can do to change what's going on. Isn't that right, Brian?
No, that's very true. And we're all, think about what you and Mike are doing. You're out there every day fighting the good fight.
Not G.I. Jane. Okay.
And they're
makes sense
because they're jumping in records. People are coming.
Yeah. Once you're behind security where you can buy like drinks again, beverages larger than the 4-ounce liter is, when you go through the security check, drinks and shit are crazy expensive. Well, everything inside an airport's crazy expensive. Once you're behind the gate, because they know you can't leave. You can, but then getting back in and trying to get back to your flight, everything over there is expensive.
Coming on board.
Airport bars are super expensive.
The other
super expensive.
Do it for us, so we have to do it ourselves. And the companies like Coca-Cola and Dasani, they're not going to do it for us. And so it's just going to be.
This guy became a patriot 9 days ago when he opened his company. Now he knows. He knows who will spend money.
Little companies like myself, we're 100% natural spring water. We get our water from a spring in Georgia. It's great water. It's good bottle. It's quality, and we'll ship it right to UPS, bring it right to your door. And so anybody who wants to contact us or call me or whatever, I talk to my customers all the time. In fact, one little Miss Rita from California, she's about 80 years old. She called me today, her and her sister, and they wanted to talk, and I talked to them, and we have a good time. My customers are great. And so anyway, they're patriots like you guys.
Well, we're honored to have you as a sponsor on the show. Thank you. We're going to help you sell some of this product and get the information out to people, hi, Mike, that can help them understand what they need to do and what their rights are as a United States citizen, right, Mike?
Absolutely. It's patriots like Brian.
They told us to watch your water. We better keep an eye on this guy.
And his company that have started the movement of Buy American First, America First, that are big and grounded in our liberty and our freedoms, and the fact that he has the resources attached to it all to back it up. It's a movement that's going to happen in our country, and it is growing by leaps and bounds. And Doug and I are proud to be a part of it. Brian, we're proud to join you in
$32
this
for a glass of
movement.
wine.
We're proud to
Jesus.
share what you share, along with the rest of the patriots that come on board and those who consume the products that we share. Those are patriots too, guys. Y'all are just as important in this movement as the rest of us, because the truth, like Brian said, is not going to get out by the mainstream media. The truth is not going to get out by companies like Coca-Cola. You know, these are corrupt corporations who have had their way and their wherewithal with us for years. And it's over. So they're upset about it. Okay.
I like the fact that he's at a closed down Coca-Cola plant getting their water.
That's right.
That even makes it better.
Isn't that funny?
Getting their water. You think the water comes from the plant?
You all know what they did to their employees, right?
That's funny.
I apologize, but I'm going to put a picture of your water over top all of us right now.
Okay, great.
And this is what the water looks like, guys. This is one of the logos right here. Guys, get on board with this. Support our local patriots and the patriots.
It's pretty quick.
Help take our country back.
I saw that, a 15-pack of water.
Direction. I mean, we're honored to have.
Now we
you.
got a gun. We got a gun on that thing too now.
I like that. I like the water that is in the square bottles. What is it? Fiji or whatever? It's pretty good.
It's funny that gun didn't offend them. I thought that was going to offend people first, but when they said
Right.
the word liberty, I said, "What? How can liberty offend you?" But the gun didn't. So, Second Amendment, folks, they're guarding the Constitution. That's the wall of freedom right there, Second Amendment. And so it's this little guy. That was my wife's idea. She said, "Honey, you got to put the guy there guarding the Constitution." So that's what it is. So when you get this, you can tell all your friends. Look,
But if you sign up for the subscription service where it comes every month, you save nothing. It's $17.76 for a 15-pack. A subscription of a 15-pack is $17.76, or it's $22 for a 24-pack, or a subscription is $22 for a 24-pack.
water guards the Constitution. You'll be. I mean, not everybody
That
has.
makes sense.
You'll be the first in your town. So go ahead and order it.
That's all right. We'll carry it. I'll get a vending machine right in front of my house to carry you. I got two people back in the green room. I got to get on. Bonafide's
Okay,
on here.
all right.
I got
Yes,
Brent
sir.
Smith, an attorney down in Texas. So
Okay.
I want to thank you once again
Yes,
for
sir.
coming on. We'll have you on again, and
Yes.
and you can start explaining some of that Constitution to us if you could, and
That's
some of the
right.
good stuff inside of what's in there. But once
We're
again,
gonna see you guys in Spartanburg. I'll be there. And
Okay.
listen, when you guys come on down to my neck of the woods, you know where it is. You come on down. You hang out with us at our home. Okay.
absolutely.
We will. Thank you so
for
much,
having
Brian.
us,
All right. All right.
for
God
coming
bless
on
you.
our show.
Dasani is owned by Coke. Yeah, I think Dasani is Coke. Aquafina's
You have a
Pepsi.
great day.
Yeah.
All
you
right.
too.
All right. Let's.
Dasani also, or Coke also owns Smart Water. What's the rapper's name who came up with Smart Water and sold it?
Bring in.
You know, he had he had the idea. What is his name? Hold on. Vitamin water, not Smart Water. Vitamin water. Is that it? Or is it Smart Water? It's 50 cent. Okay, it's 50 cent. So 50 Cent was in the grocery store. This is a story he tells. You're right, 50 Cent. This is a story he tells. He's in the grocery store, and he was walking through the aisle of water, and he had to buy some water, and he picked up like one thing of water, and it was like $5. He picked up another thing of water, and it was like $17. And he's like, I can't even tell the difference. So he started thinking about starting a water company. And he was in his local gym. And when he was leaving that day by the register, there was a cooler there that sold whatever, Smart Water, mineral water, whatever the fuck it is, vitamin water. And he saw it on the way out and thought, well, that's interesting. And he drank the bottle of water. He bought a bottle of water, drank it, and called the guy. And they started the company and built it up and sold it to Coca-Cola and made a fucking shit ton off of it.
Brett Smith, and I got Bonafide too. So now we got
all under his just fucking him being famous and saying, "Hey, buy this. I drink this. I have friends who are rich and famous. They drink this." Kind of deal.
here. Brent, welcome to the show.
Appreciate it, guys.
Bonafide's on
Brent,
now.
boy, Brent, can't spell.
I can't read either. I told you I'm dyslexic. What do you want? Be glad I could speak it all. You know, I got that country accent. I learned it from you. We're fixing to put him on right now.
He's got that hair on. He's got that hair on the biscuit down pat, though.
So, Brent, can you tell us a little bit about what's going down?
Was his name messed up or something? Hold
You
on.
know where it is. you come on down, you hang out with us at our home, okay?
Absolutely.
We will. Thank you so
for
much,
having
Brian.
us,
All right. All right.
for
God
coming
bless
on our
you.
show. You have
See
a
you.
great day.
Yeah.
All
you too.
right. All right. Let's bring in Brett Smith, and I got Bonafide too. So now we
Oh, he called him Brett, but his name is Brent.
got everybody on here. Brent, welcome to the show.
Appreciate it, guys.
Bonafide's on
Brent,
now.
boy, Brent, can't spell.
Okay, I can't read either. I told you I'm dyslexic. What do you want? Be glad I could speak it all. You know, I got that country accent. I learned it from you. We're fixing to put him on right now.
He's got that hair on. He's got that hair on the biscuit down pat.
That's him being yeah, he was embarrassed.
So, Brent, can you tell us a little bit about what's going down in your neck of the woods down?
Yeah, 50 Cent is horrible everywhere else business wise, but he did make a good deal on vitamin water.
On the border?
Well, we've been invaded basically. Back in April, we declared a local state of disaster for my county here, and 34 other counties since then have done it as well. And 40 days after we did it, the governor decided to also make a proclamation of the disaster as well. And you know what it basically boils down to is the Border Patrol are no longer
Donut lexic.
because of DHS and everything that they're implementing illegally.
Dyslexia.
And, the counties and the state themselves are having to roll up our sleeves and do it ourselves.
That's crazy.
About it. Right now, we have a lot of DPS or state highway patrol on the roads themselves.
I don't really disagree with issues at the border. I mean, I wish the border was better,
It's
but
only going to make matters worse because that's not where we're from, and it's not
And,
what
you
our
know,
movement is based in.
we've had a lot of help that's been promised from Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and a couple other states. And I'm hoping they're going to come through. Governor DeSantis seems like he's on board. And we've tried to tell our governor, our message to our own governor is basically lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way because we need to do this.
Yep.
Yeah, we should have the National Guard down there right now.
Brent is actually the county attorney, not just an attorney. So he represents the county. And I talked to some of his deputies that work in the county today, and the only thing they're doing full time. Now y'all only got 6 deputies, right?
We got 3 of them in the field at all times.
3 of them in the field at all times. All right. Well,
Yes, sir.
basically what they're doing is they're working break.
that sounds about right, Schism.
I'm out
He
here-
does look like death. I don't know what's going on with him, but I wish he would see a doctor and at least come back and show us a clean bill of health if he's going to be on the show. I don't want to get too attached to him. He just falls over dead during one of the shows one day. That'd be awful.
You know, just droves of these people walking in. Brent's got a video, you know, of them spotting them in helicopters by the hundreds coming across. And
actually, right before we went on air, I got a text message of a picture of a camera.
They usually go live about the same time that I do. They've been going early. Somebody in their comments said, "Are we going early to beat that cold beer guy?" That was pretty funny. But they usually go on about 8:30 when I do.
Was in the office, and she said, you know, can I go use the restroom? And the officer,
He was at the heart doctor yesterday. He needs to go back.
oh no, I know.
I'll be
exactly.
damned.
She said, I've been here like 5 or 6 times, and so she just walked around right to the restroom. So they use her to come in, then she gets cycled back again, and then she comes in with a different family, and then she's been through that process 5 or 6 times. She knew the whole thing. It's the cartel. The cartels control both sides of our border right now, and that's the truth.
yep.
It's a terrible situation that has to be addressed. I think if something isn't done shortly, you're going to see what starts the militia, what starts a civil war.
I think we're at the precept of things breaking open. That it's going to come to a point where groups like the militia that may be heading there are going to start taking responsibility in their own hands. And I think also that us Americans are going to come to the point where we've had enough, and it'll be time for us to do something about what's going on in Washington as well.
It's time to
Not just at the border, but in Washington.
I agree. Well,
Here's what you got to understand. Here's what you got to understand: is this is not a Texas problem. This is an American problem, because you see the buses leaving.
The third time you said that.
You know, just like I shared with these guys before about me and Brad sitting at the Chattanooga airport waiting on these plane loads of kids coming in. You know, what are they doing with these kids and where are they going? And they're shipping them out to all these other cities. I mean, I heard a guy, I sat there and watched him come up out of the river, couldn't speak no English, and the only thing he knew to say was Dallas. So I guess that's where his family was at. And basically, he got a ride to Dallas.
And
he
you paid
come over
for
here
it.
with about 6 other people. No, he don't have to pay for nothing. They know the process. I mean, it's a
Tim,
joke.
Tim says in some cases they're coming over with passports.
Yeah,
Well,
they-
I
this
also
guy has-
believe, Tim, that some of these people, these adults and stuff, and some of the kids that are coming through are part of what you talked about in the battles of Sodom and Gomorrah throughout the country, where these Democrat-led cities are going to get.
No, that definitely makes sense
I mean, this is American problem.
because he's predicting Sodom and Gomorrah, that we have to let these people in so they can be the Sodomites.
But it's
Or the
also a satanic
Gomorrahans.
problem because July the 2nd and 3rd are the two biggest days for child sacrifice in the satanic.
What? Brent, you're not going to stay here through this, are you?
Problem. But it's also a satanic problem because July the 2nd and 3rd are the two biggest days for child sacrifice in the satanic holiday calendar.
Wow.
And the easiest way to fix this problem, the quickest way,
He took a deep breath, and now he's changing the subject. I don't know if that means he's on board or not on board.
is for either our governor or the governors that are involved, or Biden, which I know that's not going to happen, is to get the Mexican government to control their borders and to control the people coming through. They have a lot more power than we do to control that kind of issue. And I've spoken with the governor personally, and I've told him that you could do all kinds of things. You can close down roads going into every port of entry. You could cut off all legitimate commerce going to Mexico to make that pain hurt them worse than the illegal commerce that they're getting from the cartels. And I guarantee you, if you make that commerce, the loss of that commerce hurt that bad, they will control the borders.
Well, we also need a list of products that are coming out of Mexico that are bought by Americans, and they need to stop being bought until it's done.
Or just shut down. Just shut the border down when those products can't even come across for 3 weeks.
Yes. I mean, it has to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, this is end all be all take all. You know what I'm saying? The one that's going to do the movement right now, be a part of a movement in unity and follow the blind faith and know that justice.
You think he's in on the child sacrifice? I don't think so.
Is going to be served.
Oh, they delete everybody on the chat.
banding
Everybody.
together with everything possible, not
When
just
Mike's awake.
banding together.
You can
and
tell when he
doing
fell
something
asleep because that's all he wants. That
like you
there,
said,
it
buying
goes
the products,
wild.
allowing them across the border. Not because plenty of their products are coming. I know I sell tires made from Mexico every day. You know.
Yeah, a lot of car parts are over there too.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
the thing is, Biden is not going to put any sanctions against them. Do you know what
Well,
I mean?
Biden's
And
not
that's
gonna
what
put
needs to be done. Don't give them any more money, no more support.
Well-
But just remember what Trump did. He just quit giving them money to them countries. Oh, guess what? We'll take the bad people back. The same thing needs to happen in this case. But there's
We can't
nobody.
even find the people right now. The people that are coming through when border gets bogged down like this, when there's so many people, they're not even taking fingerprints. They're taking a name and maybe an address, and that's it. Once they come in, they're ghosts. Once they come in,
Well,
you're not going to find them again.
The problem with that is that these children, they so-called children, could have been trained in camps over there as mercenaries to come into our country and sit as sleeper cells until they're activated. I'm telling you, crazy stuff like that happens all the time.
Where? Now you could say like there's been plots or that's happened before, but to say crazy stuff happens like that all the time. Where? Where have children soldiers been trained in camps, sent and infiltrated a country to set for years until they are activated as sleeper cells to attack from within? Where? Any examples?
It could very much happen right here in our country once they get through. The ones that come through at night, Bonafide told me they put the good ones through in the daytime. At night, they sneak all the bad people in.
They
Right.
sneak the sexy ones in at night.
And
You gotta
also
have a night vision camera.
to claim them as their children, so they're a family unit. If they're a family unit, they aren't sent back. They're not even investigated. They're just let loose with a bus ticket that we pay for.
Yeah, and they end up in any city around this country. They're putting them on planes anywhere, buses, giving them money, and they just blending in every city. It's
Right.
bad news for. It's just not bad news for Texas. It's bad news for the United States of America.
I don't want to pretend and say Biden has any legitimate power and really doing anything about this. Okay, I know that a big chunk of the narrative is about him signing that 42 deal. Okay, which basically gives every one of them instantaneous green cards and legality, supposed to speak. We got to remember that the words illegal and legal are part of the socialist system. Okay, we need to be lawful and unlawful. Okay, everything that's happening right now is unlawful. We as citizens with the power, okay, outside of our fake administration, need to figure out what we can do lawfully as well to stop this shit from happening.
Oh shit! Change the backgrounds.
There are things we can do. We talked about, possibly being part of shutting down the border ourselves, keeping their products from being bought by Americans, keeping, the one thing that we can't do is get in a fight with the cartel, because these people were born for that. Okay.
These people were born for that.
Doing that kind of battle is our military. All right. So there'll come a point in time where that has to happen, I'm sure, because we're not going to continue to let these cartels run both sides of the border either.
Well, Mike, here's a problem I see. Even if we send the militia down there and they start to
he said the military, you said send the militia.
Arrests, so to speak.
Those are not the same.
There's no place to put them.
Yeah,
the government don't want
them.
They want them released. Well, I understand what you want them to do with them, but you can't do that to children and stuff. They just need to be sent back, somehow, some form, some way. They have to be returned back to the country. And these people did not come all the way from the countries they're talking. They're flying these people to the border. Their clothes are not dirty. They're wearing brand new shoes. They got money in their pockets. They got cell phones. These people did not travel 2,000, 3,000 miles to get to the border. Wouldn't all of y'all agree on that?
I agree.
That's right. The people that I see
funded to get 2,000, 3,000 miles to get to the border. Wouldn't all of y'all agree on that?
I agree.
That's right.
So even this, I don't know who this guy is, but if he's going to publicly say that he thinks that they're being flown to the border, that this is a setup, that they're being paid, that this is a George Soros thing, he must not be very high in political office. That's basically political assassination, basically.
The people that I see
funded to get where they're
whether you believe it or not, to come out and say that.
Everybody I seen was clean cut, nice clothes, nice, everything was nice when and they brought
put them in Gene Decode's moon prison. Done.
All of them had money.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I seen El Salvador, Venezuela, and I mean people coming from Africa to come across with passports. What I don't understand is why don't they fly across and just, go to the airport? But I guess it's beyond me. I don't know what the deal is. I guess if you come in illegally and then you become legal or you get a green card, I guess that's the easiest way to get a green card than to come in on a plane or whatever. It's easier to do it
if you come
than it is the right way.
If you come in on a plane, you're going to have a visa, and they have a certain amount of time that you can be on that visa before you have to leave. Coming in across illegally, there's no time limit. There's no visa. There's nothing.
Yeah, but that ain't
It's
crazy.
that imaginary court date.
Well, that's just it. It's like Bonify was saying, guys, if we're expecting FEMA to get involved, we're going to be waiting too long because that's a federal thing.
I guess what I don't think that they understand that all countries have passports. They keep using that as if they're saying that this was pre-planned and someone sent it to. All countries have passports. If they're traveling internationally, you would think they would have their passports with them. That's how you travel internationally. Other countries check passports too. The issue is, do they have authorization to be here? Do they have, or are they here on work visas? Are they here on any type of visa or green card or something? And that's the issue. I don't think the passports are. Who cares about the fucking passports? Why does that make a difference?
One, we would have to have our legitimate president show up before the 30th and declare a national emergency. And two, he'd have to enact or invoke something to cause that to happen. And that's just not going to happen right now.
I think the best way we can do it is to get the governors of all the states that we can to get together. Right now we have DeSantis, and I know we have Abbott and the governor from Arizona. If we can get other governors involved, and not.
I honestly think that Frog Nose, Brad Barton, and Bologna Fried are contributing to the problem by helping with opening communication lanes, because I've seen a bunch of these immigrants with passports and satellite phones. If they didn't have those phones, they couldn't coordinate pinpoint locations that they're going to cross in the middle of the night. Okay? Thank you, Crazy Corman. Appreciate it.
think the governor from Nebraska is sending 25 troopers for 16 days. That ain't going to cut it. We got to put some skin in the game.
You need 25,000.
Exactly.
Well, not only
That's all.
25,000, but he needs, you need $50,000 in cash. But it's like Bonafide and them. Mike was saying the other day. I mean, we can't build a prison fast enough to put all these people in. Y'all just said it as well. But we could put up a tent, and they're asking get in a tent.
Right.
Until we can turn them around and get them back across.
Let Joe Clark be in charge of that guy from Arizona. He used to put everybody in tents that came across the border. He was a beast. They got him out of office though. But yeah, that's what needs to be done. I
absolutely.
mean, there's no treating them nice and
They
treating.
don't have any idea how immigration works.
Citizens, people that are coming in our country illegally.
I'm not okay with what's going on at the border either. I think it needs to be regulated. Of course, we need to know who's coming in and out of our country, what they're here for, where they're staying. I also think the process of immigration is kind of convoluted, expensive, and slow. It's not exactly user friendly. That could probably be handled better, but to tie it to these weird conspiracies and then spread it around and then tell people they're like warships, so we should shoot them in the middle of the river. And then Mike says, "Oh, I didn't say put them in prison. If we're sending the military, we'll shoot them." And then Doug's like, "You can't shoot kids," but you just said shoot them in the middle of the river. Like, why? He even said earlier today, he's like, "I just think that old saying, you shoot a few and the rest will take care of each other." What?
I don't get it. I mean, I'm hearing they're getting $1,500 Visa cards as soon as they get processed through the center, so they got more cash. I mean, there's people that are homeless on our streets that are getting treated terrible, and people that sneak in our country are getting treated better. So, which way, like Tim says earlier, Bonafide, that which way you think they're going to vote when it comes time?
5 minutes of research would kill them.
We'll never have another Republican in office ever, and I think you both alluded to that earlier.
You ain't getting on the show, Mike. Hey, here comes Clay Clark. Y'all watch out. Here comes Clay Clark.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm talking about Mike. Cause when he gets on here, ain't nobody else gonna get to talk.
Here comes the guy we met him in Tampa. What's happening there, brother Mike? What's happening?
He's been giving me hell this whole time. I feel like this guy's my brother now. He picks on me like one.
Y'all looking like you got the same build.
Oh, come on, fellas. Are you kidding me?
Look at them guns.
Look at it.
Hey, I want you guys.
What's going on, Mike?
We got Brent on here.
Yeah.
How's it going, Brent?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Hey, I want to thank you for being a integral part of helping these guys this week. I'm not going to be on here long. God bless all you guys. What's that?
We got the whole news crew here with us. Y'all want to get on here? Hey, y'all want to get on a real show? Come on over here.
Y'all get on the real TV.
Right here.
Yeah.
This is Bonafide.
Yeah. Well, it's the Frog News Network. They don't know nothing about the frogs.
So tell everybody who you are, where you
Tell them about the frogs, baby.
Go ahead and tell them. You've been on here today.
Yeah.
Frog,
No,
fully
hey guys,
rely on God.
Oh, yeah, I saw Doug earlier. Yeah, I'm.
That's the guy I was here from the Daily Caller.
Just showing the Americans the reality on the ground.
Thank you for doing a great job.
Anybody else got anything?
Justin, get in there, Justin. Come on.
Yeah,
Get
Justin.
in there, Justin.
Let everybody know.
Honestly, Brent has all the information. They just keep ignoring him. Like, he's the one that knows about all the requests. He's the one that knows about all the governors and what they submitted and how many people are coming. He's the one that knows about, he helped his county declare the state of emergency. He was the first county to declare a state of emergency. He's the county attorney or whatever. And he has all the information, but they would rather make a spectacle and yell shit about children's sacrifices on the 4th of July.
Where to find you at?
All right.
We're
I'm
trying
out
to get
here.
the truth out there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm out here. My name's Justin Pollock. I've got a YouTube channel, and I'm trying to grow a following right now. You can definitely find me. That's my name right there. And this is my second time down to the border here in Del Rio. I've just been trying to cover and learn as much as possible. And I've had the amazing opportunity to come out here with these guys.
Get away from the froggets, dude.
It's been incredible.
Doug and Mike's turning the frogs gay.
Thank you, Justin.
You're doing a great job. Thank you for doing a great job.
Now, he got a town.
What is this? A variety show?
Yeah, you want people to see.
Alex,
Don't hide.
Yeah, I'm JM from Daily Caller, interning with working with Parcentura here. Doing some good work here, man.
Well, you're doing a
All right.
great job. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Jay.
Everyone, Eric Carrera here, first generation American, Mexican parents. Been covering the border from San Diego, Tijuana, all the way to McAllen, now Del Rio. We're going to be doing multiple trips out here and just figuring out what's really going on and hoping we can put a stop to this. You can follow me on social media.
They're working for the Daily. So the Daily Caller is a a mostly internet based. Their biggest thing is news online, right? So they have reporters all over the place, and they have paid staff. Most of the paid staff, or like the higher level staff, will have like their camera people and their drone operator and all their audio and sound people will all be really young people that are just barely making any money, but they're trying to get their foot in the door. That's what most of these people are, a crew. I would say this guy's a producer. Then the other guy was the host, the first guy, and then those 3 young people are probably like camera operator, audio guy, something another.
Media Duvalin Papi, that's DUVALIN.
Closure of ports worse than anything they get from the cartels. And on top of that, I would deploy the Texas military to the border, and have shut down probably Texas Highway 277. We have a large highway that parallels the Mexican border about 10 miles. I would use that highway as a observation point, and basically make a fence there, make a human fence until we get the wall built. And once we make arrests and we actually charge them and convict them, I would deport every single one of them.
Hey, Brent, can the governor do that?
Yes, he can. He can, and the reason he can do
Groped in the name of Satan. It's getting out of hand.
And he can do it.
Especially when more crazy people start seeing more people like the Madison Marquette, they're going to come out and do the same thing. They're going to come out and do the exact same thing.
Mention that's basically where we need to put our pressure at.
Absolutely.
Right. And
listen, they had a human fence underneath the White House, and you guys got mad because they used meat hooks to secure it with. Okay. You can't be a fan of one human fence and dislike the other human fence. That's it's a little ridiculous at this point.
And the main reason you can do it is under, like I said before, under Article 1 of the Constitution. All
right, guys, that's all I can take. That's the situation at the border. We'll see you on the next one. It is 2:11 here. Thank you for the donations tonight. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Crazy Corman there at the end of the super chat. We had Denise. That was when Liam was on. Travis Hudgens sent a super chat. I think Patsy started off with a super chat. No. Bucka had a super chat as well. And Rusky started it. Over on Buy Me a Coffee. Let me thank those people, and then we'll get out of here. Let me refresh that. I don't know. The frogs are weighing me down. I can't do it anymore. Is that from tonight? Hold on just a second. No, it hasn't refreshed yet. All right, it's refreshing. Give me just a second. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. We're doing the 7 days a week thing currently. See how that works out. Perception is Reality with Christopher Bilbrey. Bought 7 6-packs, and it says the second best political commentator I know. Oh no. At Tara with 3 6-packs. Gino Craven the Truth bought you 4. Someone bought 5. You have amazing kids. Thank you guys tonight. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you. Perception is Reality podcast. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys on the next one. Everybody have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow about 8:30, and share the GoFundMe. It's growing slowly. I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
These parasites, these leeches with all their secret meetings, teaching all you fucking cretins about baby eating heathens. Believing in reason with no meaning is bullshit. Will Bird motherfuckers out here busting the grifts. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
You don't have those guts, cause you're a pussy. You're a pussy wearing aviator glasses in your mother's basement, and I won't even give out your dime store handle, because that's really pathetic.
Doug said, have a good night, gals and gals.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the forking balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit. Where my true believers? Y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord, head to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking meat hammers like Thor in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, beating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst. Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped them to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine, with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. My mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me a... Oh, my God. Damn it. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Round 3. Down goes Nino. Please say it isn't so. Got him backed up on the ropes, trying to ram it down his throat. Now things are getting rocking, he was doing so well. It's all over, hands on his shoulders, they ringing his bell. You got Frog News Network doing no damn research. They rework and copy on Cox that came first. 9th inning, 2nd string, and they acting like they know hitters. Assholes throwing bullshit, sending runs to the shitter. All this nonsense on my conscience, it's hard to sleep at night. Who the fuck is in my window with this time of the night?
Yeah, you're gonna have to rewatch now.